Welcome back. This is lesson 3. I do not understand anything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place. Apply this idea in the same way as the previous ones, without making distinction of any kind. Whatever you see becomes a proper subject for applying the idea. Be sure that you do not question the suitability of anything for application of the idea. These are not exercises in judgment. Anything is suitable if you see it. Some of the things you see may have emotionally charged meaning for you. Try to lay such feelings aside and merely use these things exactly as you would anything else.
The point of the exercise is to help you clear your mind of all past associations, to see things exactly as they appear to you now, and to realize how little you really understand about them. It is therefore essential that you keep a perfectly open mind, unhampered by judgment, in selecting the things to which the idea for the day is to be applied. For this purpose, one thing is like another, equally suitable and therefore equally useful.
That was powerful.
Yep.
I do not understand anything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place.
You know, my wife and I, anytime we see something, and one of the first things I'll always say is that's not the whole story. And the
Mm,
reason I say that is because if you're seeing something from somebody else's perspective or somebody else's view, you really don't have the complete story. Um, so we don't understand. We don't truly understand what we're looking at all the time, and I think that's what this is trying to say right now. We don't understand. I don't understand the lake.
right.
I don't understand the tree. I don't understand the birds that are out there, except for what I'm my perspective is what I'm trained to understand. So as we move on through the different lessons, we're going to be able to look out the window and see the lake or see the tree, whatever it is, and we'll be able to see it in a different way and to understand it even more and understand it better is the way I see this lesson.
Absolutely. And that just really it gives you yet another perspective, and ultimately it helps to understand that the judgments, I that's what I believe in from my perspective, the judgments that we place on everything. And you said something really powerful, because so often I've been on the road or I've been outside and you see something or someone behave in a way that for me, there's been times that I've been curious and I've said things along the same lines like, I wonder what's going on with that specific situation. I've asked myself, why do the deer just stop when you see them? Like, what's the reason for them to stop and just stare? And if you move an inch, they scatter. Those are the questions. And so now I'll have a new perspective, because at the same time, I've also been on a trail and have seen deer or squirrels and have just seen them, and they're just there. It's just, I don't give it any meaning except that I enjoy seeing them, right?
Yep.
So this is really it's giving me so many things to think about, and yet um practicing the not putting any judgment on it,
Right.
right?
And this is giving us that out. It's giving us the escape from the judgments and the definitions that we have given everything in our life for right now. So that's what these lessons are doing. Now, I wanted to say something that's not about the lessons right now. Uh,
Mhm.
in the introduction, we told you do one lesson a day. And I know that some of you eagle eyes are out there saying they didn't change clothes or they're wearing the same clothes they wore yesterday. and they're on lesson 3, but they did lesson 2 and they did lesson 1 as well. That doesn't mean we're not doing each of these lessons every day. We are.
Right.
We are just going ahead in some of them with our the way we analyze it for you, so that if we have something that keeps us from doing a recording, we're a day or two ahead, so that we can continue to, especially for the ones that might do all 365 days in a row, that
Right.
we can keep up with them, because we know life happens. So yes, this is clean. This is a clean shirt. No, we didn't wear the same clothes day after day after day. We're just getting ourselves a little bit ahead to make sure that we can fulfill our promise to you. And that's to go through this whole journey with you.
Absolutely. And just as a little bit of fun, in addition to that, this is part of also the judgment. We could have just gone on and not said a word, because now we're placing judgment on what we think maybe people are thinking with their eagle eyes, not eagle eyes, And so this is how we can apply these lessons to literal live moments as you see them. So as we go, and for those eagle eyes out there that I expect to see, that's wonderful, that's great. If you do see it, just don't place any meaning on it. It just is what it is.
There you go. Yeah.
And on that note, that concludes lesson 3. Stay tuned for lesson 4.